I'll show you how I mix my Masterblend fertilizer here, and I'll show you how I add my pool shock so that I can run a sterile reservoir. So to start off, I like plastic cups, and my OCD really wants to get the third big gulp cup, but I like these because you could see through them, you could see if everything's dissolved. And then I have another one just for rinsing because I use an immersion blender to mix it. Here's my 5 gallons of water. You can make any type of mixture you want. I made a chart that has all the mixtures and dilution rates for full strength, half strength, quarter strength, depending on how many gallons that you want to mix. Sometimes if I know I need a lot of fertilizer, I'll mix 5 gallons of full strength, and then I can take a gallon here or there and I can cut it in half, or I can cut it in quarters, and I can have a lot more. So today we'll be doing 5 gallons. So what I'll do is I'll take these cups, fill them up halfway, 3 cups, and then this rinsing cup, I'll kind of do 3/4, whatever. Here's my Masterblends. So there's 3 parts to it. There's the actual Masterblend. These are lozenge containers that I just, mix it easy. Masterblend, the epsom salt, otherwise known as magnesium sulfate, and the calcium. So a common mixture that you might find online for a 5-gallon mixture at full strength is 12 grams Masterblend, 12 grams calcium, and 6 grams magnesium sulfate, epsom salt. And a gram scale. I prefer to do everything by weight, really precise. I recommend it, very inexpensive. You can't mix the epsom salt and the calcium together in a mixture because it'll cause lockout, nutrient lockout. It's very bad. If there's one takeaway from this video, it's that you must add the calcium to your mixture last. It's the final step. All right, so I'm going to do full strength here, 5 gallons of water, regular tap water. My tap water is pretty clean. It comes out at about 7.2 pH. Normally, I let it sit out, this 5 gallons, for 24 hours to let the chlorine evaporate. So there's always 5 gallons of water just sitting around waiting for the mixture. All right, so we'll start off here with the cup here. I'll tare, makes it 0, resets. Full strength calls for 12 grams of Masterblend. Take the Masterblend, throw it in the first one, and you can even write on your containers, Masterblend, to keep it organized. Zero that out. Let's add the calcium next, because that's always the same amount as the Masterblend. It's 12 grams. Everything's grams. And I'll pour it in my calcium. It's always the third one over. Now I use a different one because I don't want to mix calcium and Epsom salt, so that's my Epsom salt. Zero it out, and the Epsom salt's always half. So for 5 gallons, full strength Epsom salt, which is magnesium sulfate, we want 6 grams. Whoa, we're right on the money. Look at that, 601. It's going to give your plants magnesium as well as sulfur. And I'll throw it in my Epsom. All right, now that's done. Turn that off. Put that away. So now what I'm going to do is just mix it up. This is a Procter Silex, very cheap immersion blender. Works awesome. I do the Masterblend first, and then I do the Epsom salt. And you could stick it right in there, it's okay. Toss the Masterblend in. Rinse out the bucket. Epsom salt. And you can look and see if it's kind of dissolved. That is not dissolved. That's good. I don't see any granules in the water. And I'll just rinse this out in the bucket so that it's clean going into the calcium. Drop the Epsom salts in there and do a little rinse. I'll mix up the calcium. And when that's done, I'll just give it a quick rinse in that. Put that away. This mixing spoon was the best thing. It's so big. I love it. It's great for 5-gallon buckets. I'm just going to mix up that, which has the Masterblend and the Epsom salt. That is perfectly clear and mixed. Calcium always gets added last. If you do it wrong, your mix will be cloudy. Another thing to keep in mind that it's really important when you're adding pH up to this mixture, you have to do it slowly, like 1 drop at a time as you're mixing. So I'll drop, drop, drop. If you do it too fast, you'll see that as you drop it in, it becomes cloudy because this is interfering with something in there, either the calcium or the epsom. pHing down, not an issue. I do it pretty quickly, never gets cloudy. All right, so that's mixed up. Don't forget to add in your rinsing cup. I'm gonna take a look at pH. And we're getting 6.23. So I'll just pH this down to 6.0. I love these little droppers. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a lot of water, so I'm going to say like 10 drops of pH down. And give that a good stir. You really feel like a brew master with this spoon, whatever. I got it in the mail. I'm like, this thing is way too big, but I actually love it. We're down to 6.06. 6.05. You know what? That's good enough for me. It's great. And then, like I said, what I'll do is I'll probably just put this in a whole bunch of gallon. These are, I repurpose these things. Iced tea, whatever. 1 gallon containers. If I need to make a dilution, if I have leftovers, I'll write on there, this is a half strength, quarter strength. I have full bottles around. And you could leave this stuff out for weeks, maybe even months. It doesn't matter. You probably just want to put more pool shock in it if you need to run sterile, if it's, been left out for a couple of weeks. But yeah, it's great. Leave it out and you're good to go. Now the last step, which I like to do if I'm running hydro, is I like to add in, I do sterile. I haven't done any beneficial organisms. So my thing is sterile, it's just easier. And you can spring for the clear res or the other stuff that's really expensive. But what I do is pool shock. There's a great read on, I think it's I'll put it in the description, on using pool shock, which is so inexpensive. And I know that for 5 gallons, I have it here on my chart, we need 30 milliliters of the pool shock solution. And this is a mixture that I made from pool shock. It's not straight pool shock. Throw that in there, and now this thing is sterile. The pool shock will last about 3 days. So every 3 days, if you're not doing a new mixture or adding anything in your reservoir, you could just add in the pool shock dilution. And I keep it in a light protected, it's like a laptop bag, just so that the light doesn't get at it. Just like a regular pool, you know how the light breaks down the chlorine and the chemicals. So this is protected in here from the light. I don't know if it makes a difference, but it makes me feel better. To make the solution, what you need is 1 gram of pool shock per 1 gallon of water. That makes the solution. And then you use the column on the right of that solution per 5 gallons of bucket. This is the shock that I use. Now it's like Pool Shock Ultra, but it doesn't really matter. What you want to look at are the ingredients. This is calcium hypochlorite, 52%. Other ingredients, 48. So that's it. The Cal Hypo is the ingredient that's doing all the cleansing for you. And if you read that forum, you'll notice that calcium hypochlorite is the actual chemical that the brand name ClearRes turns into. So you're giving it the same, it's the same thing. Fraction of the cost right there. I've used it on several grows. It's awesome. All right, thanks for watching. Drop, 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 drop.